unwrap them. Where'd my tablet go? And my pen. Oh, it's right there. Hi. It was a little bit of a rush because I was eating. But happy Halloween. And I had to reapply some makeup because I wanted to look good. Assistant, I require scissors. Okay. How beautiful, wifey. Hi, sis. I do have a lisp in these. It came about an hour ago. So how's everybody's Halloween? I cannot, for the life of me, get these damn things open. Here we go. Never mind. Issue averted. So, I got these really cool jack-o'-lantern tarot, as everybody saw on Twitter. I'm a vamp. How wicked. And I did not get to do anything tarot-wise that I planned this whole month. Because that's how my life usually is. I make a filming schedule and life happens. And I have to do 1,000 things at once. So, Halloween night, and I don't exactly have free time, but I'm making free time. Okay. It's been a long time since I've done a live on my own channel. Can you believe that? Ooh, look at my Halloween manicure. See, that was what the big letdown was. I had gotten the manicure. I had done everything. Still didn't have filming time. Anyway, so we got the jack-o'-lantern tarot, and I got this really cool indie deck that was made. And it is a oracle deck. And I forget what it's called. I'll link it in the description box when I figure it out. Because I got so many decks in October. I kid you not. I probably got... How many, babe? Like 40? I probably got 40 new decks that I need to review. Some of them are sponsor decks. And I need to review them. And do first impressions and everything. So, first impression is going to be for this one. And as soon as I figure out what it's called, I'll let y'all know. Hey, Brian. So, we're just going to go do an all signs reading. We're going to go down the list because I don't want to mix them up. I'm going to make it easy on myself tonight. And we're going to see what messages we got going on tonight. So, how's everybody doing? Oh, Kill Hut's here. Yeah, see, I don't like this because it's shaky. Like, it makes the camera shaky. Ooh, my veil is getting tore up real quick. Hold on. I am a messy shuffler. Or I'm a, what do they call them? A poker shuffler. So, I tend to get really abrasive with my decks. I'm not one of those that can be nice, in other words, and gentle. If you send me a deck, I'm going to tell you exactly what it's like. Those are our dogs. They're not my dogs, but they are the dogs of the house, and they are loud and annoying. Anyway, so what we're going to do is, like I said, we'll go through all the signs, find out what resonates with you, and if it doesn't, it ain't your message. And we'll figure out what's going on tonight. For each sign, what I'll do is I'll pull a general message, and then I'll close it off with an oracle card. And we'll see kind of how that all blends together, shall we? And we're going to see how long I can do this with these teeth in my mouth, because these things are actually starting to cut up my lip a little bit. Anyhow, see what messages we have for Aries. Oh, those came out right away. Which Aries is going through a breakup? Or they're just in real hardcore denial of their feelings. King of Cups in reverse, Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Let's get one more to see. That's a lot of specific energy. Okay. Oh, okay. You got dumped, right? Or somebody did not want your advances, unrequited love, whatever you want to call it. In other words, who you wanted to pin your little heart on didn't want to put it back onto you. King of Cups in reverse with the Page of Swords. You decided that you were going to go ahead and make that advancement towards somebody, only to find out that you probably shouldn't have, and they didn't like you the same way you did. It was a bad investment, in other words. Or it could be as simple as you went out on a date with somebody that you thought was going to go really, really well, and it didn't. Or you made that phone call to a girl you thought, oh, she's really into me, and she's not. That sucks. All right, well, you know what? You need to get, Aries, you need to get better at reading people, okay? Just because she's smiling or he's smiling or they're smiling or whatever's smiling does not mean that they're into you. Might mean that they really liked what you bought them for dinner, if you bought them dinner. Or, you know what? They're being nice. You know, sometimes it's nice to want to just hang out with somebody and not be on the, you know. But your advice is a light in the dark. So it's saying better times ahead, seeing a way out, light at the end of the tunnel. So it might seem like a really crummy situation right now, and maybe you've gone through a hardcore series of ill-requited, you know, prepositions towards somebody or whatever. And you know what? That person's coming. Don't force it. Just allow it to be what it is. Like, you might be single. Who cares? I was single for a while, and I was totally fine with it. You know, especially looking like this. But no, I was single for a while, and I was totally fine with it. Coming out of a marriage. And I was okay with being just me for a long time until Mr. Fluffy showed up. And it's okay to be by yourself. There is a benefit in that. And it's not just, oh, time to learn yourself or whatever. It is actually good for you because you need to learn not to be codependent on somebody or codependent on that person fulfilling you. Okay? It's just, you know, take it from Llarona. I cry too much. And don't be the weeping woman or the weeping man. Okay? Just enjoy that time to yourself. Enjoy what the universe is trying to teach you and the messages that are trying to come through. And stop trying to force emotions that aren't ready to happen yet. That's like trying to hatch an egg that's not ready to hatch. So you're going to end up with not what you want. It's not going to be a cute little chick. It's going to be a big blob of goo. And you don't want that. So thanks for playing, Aries. Taurus, what have we got for Taurus? Any Tauruses here? And Aries, if you liked my message, you can leave a comment and tell me you liked it, or you can leave a comment telling me you hated it. So, Taurus. Messages specifically for Taurus. It's been a long day. You can timestamp them, wifey. That'd be awesome. I usually do it myself at the end. Taurus is doing good with business. Oh, yes, you are. 10 of Pentacles and a Queen of Pentacles popped out right away. In the upright. And 6 of Cups. Wow. Okay. So, financially, you're stable. Emotionally, you know what? Financially stable, Queen of Pentacles stable, and the 6 of Cups. Some Taurus is getting ready to either have a baby, expand their family, or they're getting ready to, you know what? Yeah, that's exactly what this is. You're getting ready to make those moves towards, you know, expanding your family. Whether that means you're having a human baby or a dog, or maybe you're planning on making a huge purchase of some sort. Financially, you've planned it and you're in that proper position to do so. So if there's an expansion you've been trying to do to yourself or to your family unit, your home, anything like that, you've been saving. Hey, Stephanie. You've been saving, and you know what? It's time to cash that in, because it's telling me right here that it's time to go. And you need to let go of the idea that, oh no, I need to keep saving. I need to keep saving. Now's the time for that. For you to make those financial moves towards that gain that you're trying to establish, whether, like I said, it's expanding the family or expanding the home, one or the other. So let's pull you that awesome oracle card. You have falling backwards. Look at it's little Reagan from The Exorcist. Setbacks, going backwards, and needing to move on. What I'm taking from that and the reading in and of itself is you're tripping on yourself. You're telling yourself, I'm not ready, I'm not ready, I'm not ready. And you're making yourself go backwards. And the reason why you're not actually taking those leaps and bounds, number one is fear. People do things for two reasons, fear and love. And you know what? Love yourself enough to know and have the confidence in yourself to know that you're ready to do this. You've planned it. You've worked for it. You can do this and execute it exactly how you want to. But if you're going to trip on yourself, you're going to cause yourself problems. And if you keep saying to yourself, now's not the time, now's not the time, the time will fleet and you won't have it anymore. You won't have that opportunity, especially for those that are planning to have a family. You're never 100% ready to have a kid, but financially or anything, you'll never be 100%. Now, plan it out the best you can, of course, but go and do what you've worked hard to do, okay? Don't just sit and wait. And if you sit and wait, that time goes away. That window of opportunity closes. And if you keep telling yourself, I'm not ready, the universe starts sending you messages that reflect what you are putting out there. The universe has nothing better to do than mirror what you send to it. So if you're telling the universe, I'm not ready, it sends you more, you're not ready, you're not ready. It sends you those messages, it sends you those cues. So what I'm telling you right now is if you don't do this now, you're going to regret it. And that's exactly what these cards are telling me. You're ready to do it, but it's kind of up to you. You have that wonderful thing called free will. And free will can be a blessing and a curse. And if you don't do it now, you won't do it and you will regret it. If you don't spend your money on the things you need to spend it on, you're going to spend it on the things you want to spend it on. And sometimes that's not okay. All right. Gemini. Messages for Gemini. Anybody do anything cool for Halloween? I know, right? Aren't they cool? So, before anybody wonders what the heck this stuff is, I meant to use Elmer's Clear, hey Cassie, Elmer's Clear School Glue to do basically some definition or a 3D effect with the tears. I couldn't find any in the dang stores. So I had, Target gave away this little kit that had the glow in the dark Elmer's School Glue. And it's kind of yellow. It's okay, it glue in the dark, but it didn't quite work aesthetically in the daylight. So, oh well, we went with it. Okay, messages for Gemini. I don't know how much longer I can do these teeth, guys, but we'll try. It's actually starting to bug my lips. Okay, Gemini. Whatever it was that was tripping you up, you got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Five of Swords in reverse, and the Death card. People are morbidly afraid of this card. Okay, it looks intimidating. Whoop-de-doo. Gemini, you could be dealing with a Scorpio too. That's their card. But ultimately what the Death card means is change. At the end of the day, it means change. Just like the Tower card means change. This means either something's stopping or something's starting. Death means the end of a cycle. So changes. And it looks like whatever you've been investing in, whether it's financial, whether it's romantic, You've got Pentacles and Swords. So Pentacles usually tends to deal with more of your tangible things. So money, your home, people in your life, things that you can feel, tangible things is what pentagrams are. Pentacles in this case. Swords are your thoughts. It's air. It's air energy. So anything that's in your head. And you have been not really doing what you need to be doing with your finances, with your life, you know, your overall life, whatever it is. You haven't been really putting in that effort. You know, you've just been letting things go, whether it's, you know, you lost a job and you haven't been really trying to find another one. Whatever it is, it's robbing your time and space right now, and you don't need to be allowing that to happen. You're gonna fall on your face, Gemini, really soon, because that death card means there's a huge change. Now, that change could mean finding a job, or that change could mean, you know, bad things. It can mean quite the opposite. It can mean, you know, financial, detriment. And you don't want to experience that. You don't want to experience bankruptcy because of, you know, the change in the economy or the financial situations. So why are you, you know, and I kind of want to pull another card to figure out why you're not doing what you need to be doing, because there could be a reason. And I don't want to be too judgy. But this is Tarot After Dark. I get judgy here. The Hermit card. So the Hermit is a very wise person. And the Hermit sits back and watches and waits. So if you're watching and waiting for the perfect job to come up, you're going to go broke. If you're watching and waiting for the perfect opportunity, whatever that opportunity is, it's going to leave. What is it with people sitting on their butts in these readings and just not wanting to do what they need to be doing? The world does not wait for you, and it never has. I don't know where you get this mentality from, but you need to stop thinking that the world's gonna come kiss your ass, because it ain't, and go do what you need to do. Your bills will not pay themselves. Work will not do itself. I think we all know that. Yeah, you got the Temperance in reverse. With the Hermit in the upright and Death in the upright, yeah, you need to move your butt. You need to kind of, you know, put your poop in a group and, you know, move your ass. I mean, what the hell? Whatever it is that you need to be doing, go do it. Stop sitting there waiting for the perfect opportunity to do it, because there's no such thing. Or that wait and see. I'm going to wait and see how this investment goes. I'm going to wait and see how this goes. No, wait all day long is just going to not go. Let's see what cool little oracle card you got. Ooh. It fell on the floor. I do read droppers that fall, so... Oh, look, it's the twins from The Shining. It says duality, balance, light and shadow, self-karmic patterns. So, you just need to balance your life better. You need to stop procrastinating and only procrastinate when it actually applies to you. So, if someone offers you a job and you have to consider, is this a financial, respectful opportunity for me? Then that's fine. Learning that duality, learning that balance. But if you're sitting there going, oh, I need to wait because I know a better job is coming, and turning everything down, your rent will not pay itself. So you need to do something in order to create a balance in yourself and a balance in your finances. This could also be a balance in your internal turmoils. So it's really hard to say a T with these teeth in. You really have to figure it out, what it is about you that is off balance. What are you procrastinating on? It could be something as simple as painting a room or doing an art project, or it could be something as simple as going back to school. Is that a good investment for me at this time? It's telling you, make the move now, because you're not going to make it later, and you're going to end up missing out on a huge opportunity that you shouldn't be missing out on. So there you go. That's what put me through mortuary school, is that mentality of, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. There you go. Cancer. Is anybody a Cancer? Anybody at all? I'm digging how shaky this thing is. Ooh. The Star card, King of Swords, and the Magician in reverse. Somebody is being a little shady motherfucker right now, okay? And how I know that is when the little Magician card comes up in the reverse. This one's manifesting good things. This one's doing things. He being a shady fucker. Let's just call it for what it is. And next to the King of Swords, thoughts. Somebody is either trying to control your thoughts, or consuming your thoughts, or consuming what you think you need. Somebody, yeah. I'm gonna say that you're very confused about a person, a prospect in your life that you assume you need. It's controlling you, it's consuming you. And with the Magician being in reverse, somebody's putting it into your head. Somebody's putting something into your head. Whether that's somebody you've broken up with and you can't get them out of your head. The Magician in reverse can, sometimes people say it's like, oh, somebody's, controlling your mind. It's black magic and things like that. It could be, if you believe in those things, it could be. Because wants, wishes, and desires, you got the King of Swords here, something controlling your mind, something very stable controlling your mind. And then the Magician in reverse. It's one of those things where don't let people fool you. Don't let people control you. Don't let some thought make you feel less of the person you are. And that's what I'm feeling in this reading, is something is making you feel that you need it, or you need to do that, or any number of things. It's something just very hardcore controlling you that's very misleading. So let's see what oracle we can pull for Gem. What am I on? Gemini or Cancer? Cancer. Okay. Betrayal. Ooh. Betrayal by those you loved. Ooh. See, I told you. Someone manifested a dirty bitch in their life. Okay? It wasn't me. But somebody, and right here it says under pressure and need to restart. Go and do you, and stop worrying about this fool or whatever the hell this is, this nasty business right here. I hate saying it's not serving you, because technically everything in life serves you, whether it's a lesson. One second. I couldn't do it anymore. Sorry, guys. It's like from talking, it hurt. Anyway. So it's a lesson no matter what it is. Yeah. It's a lesson no matter what it is. And even if it's negative, it has an underlying positive notion. So if somebody, oh, this no longer serves me, this no longer, it's toxic or whatever. Even if it's toxic, it's still a lesson. It's a lesson about how you control yourself in a situation. It's a lesson about where you share your energy. It's a lesson somehow. And you need to keep that in mind anytime something comes into your life, whether it's a person, whether it's an object or anything. Hey, Patrick. It's something, yes, you have. You've seen me do a reading. He's lying. And whatever it is, it serves you somehow. It may not be something you like. It still serves you a lesson. So take it for what it is. Don't take it for what you want it to be. And always figure out of it what you can use and leave the rest. You don't have to take everything that's served to you, but everything has a lesson. And if you don't take it, history repeats itself, right? Okay. Leo. What messages do we have for Leo? Is there any Leos here? I know it's not as cool without the teeth in, huh? Freaking hurt. Oh, vodka's a Leo? When's your birthday, vodka? Just so I can have it in my arsenal of memory. Okay, so this reading may apply to you, girl. We don't know. Wait a minute. Page of Pentacles. Okay, I got the Lovers in reverse and Four of Cups and Page of Pentacles. So from this, what I'm getting is the Lovers doesn't always mean people. The Lovers sometimes is just things that we care about, you know, things that we connect to. And the Lovers in reverse can just sometimes mean that connection is no longer there. Okay, whatever it is, or you're struggling with the connection. Anytime the Lovers card does pop up, even if it's in reverse, it's still there. So when people are like, oh no, the Lover's in reverse, he's gonna break up with me. And I was like, it's better to have this here than to not have it at all when you're talking about a relationship. So Lovers in reverse just means something is separating, some passion you have, whether it's to another person. Maybe you're just not connecting as well with your spouse. It could be your child. It could be something, some type of relationship you have with somebody that was here and is kind of drifting, okay? Four of Cups is all about, it's not seeing the situation for what it truly is. In this demonstration of it, you see how he's got 3 cups right here, and then that one he's just focused right here. He's focused on these cups. He's got that one peeking out from the clouds like, hello, opportunity. You need to pay attention to this. And he's not, because he's so focused on what he thinks is going on. So what you need to be considerate of is, or, cosmically, not cosmically, you need to be, mentally idealistic or just lend yourself to the idea that what's in front of you isn't the only thing there, okay? If you're fighting with your spouse, it's not the end of the world. This person could even be saying like the D word, he could be saying, oh, we're done, or she could be saying we're done. And that's not exactly what it means. It's, you need to see the opportunity and you need to see what that person's actually saying. So if it's not a person and it's a disconnect from one's self, because we can detach from that love that we need to have for ourselves because you're so consumed with life and you're not seeing the opportunities you have for, your own time and space, when you're like, yes, I could just move things around and make that time and space for myself. You got to look outside of the box. You got to look out. You got to read in between the lines. All that cliche verbiage of, it's not always what it seems. That's exactly what this card means. And something to do with a passion in your life. And this Page of Pentacles tells me that, because pages are kind of youthful, they're kind of young, they don't really know what they're doing a whole lot, but they're willing. You need, okay, Wicked, you need to get what is called a natal chart done on yourself, because everybody, you're going to find out, and you'll catch it in my readings too, where I will do your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign for the reading. And what the sun sign is, that's the one that everybody relates to. Your sun sign is where the sun was when you were born. You also have a moon sign, and you also have your ascending sign, which is sun, moon, and ascending are your big 3. So if you ever have someone talk about your big 3, that's what they are. And see, I'm a Capricorn, but I have an Aquarian moon. And my mom's an Aquarius, and that's why me and her don't get along, because I have an Aquarian moon, and that gears my personality too damn much. And then I'm a Sagittarius rising. So I'm quick to being moody. And yeah, you can get it through there. I don't mind doing people's natal charts at all. I can explain everything. I can explain your like why your planetary houses are, what that means for you. I do it for my daughters all the time. And it tells you a lot about the way you learn, the way you communicate, the way it can get pretty down there to health conditions and stuff like that, all based off of your astrological signs. What you will need in order to get this done is the exact location you were born, so city and state, the exact time you were born, or if you don't know, You can still kind of give a general, but the sun position, moon positions change every 30 minutes. So it's kind of me, you know, you want to know pretty spot on what time you were born. And you're going to need your birth date, of course, and you can get it done from there. So, yeah. So if you have personality traits that are differential from your sun sign, it's because your sun sign doesn't really determine a whole lot about your personality, believe it or not. So I love it when people say, oh, like Fluff says, I'm a Virgo a lot. And I was like, one day we're going to find out, because I haven't done his chart yet, because what is it? You don't know what time you were born?
No, I think you did mine. I told you 4:30 a.m. April mess.
What was it that we were missing that I didn't do it?
I don't know. We have to do it over though.
You have to do it over? Okay. Because I think I wanted you to be specific, and then you weren't sure. You said it was a specific time and we weren't sure. But once you have your big three, you'll see a lot more about your personality. It has a lot more to do with it than just your sun sign. Because like I said, I'm good with business in some ways, but not in every way. And I relate more to my ascending sign. I also relate way more to my 8th house. Things like that. I know this is all kind of like foreign language, but you'll see what I mean when you get your natal chart done.
Sorry to interrupt. That door is open. That's why the dog is loud.
Oh, can you go close it?
I didn't want to.
Hearth. Time to cleanse home, heart, stagnant energy out with the old. Okay, so that's exactly what this means. Whatever's going on and you're staying fixated in it, it's telling you to get out of it. It's going to look backwards on your end, but you can kind of tell. But yeah, you need to get out of that energy that is very unaligning with you. Okay, that's a cleaner way, a better way of saying, you know, the whole cliche phrase of, oh, it doesn't serve me. It's just not aligning with you. Okay, everything serves you, but some things don't align with you. Your path is just different, and if you try to force yourself to interact with a path that's not meant for you, or that you've outgrown that energy, let it go and continue to do what you need to be doing for you to keep yourself ascending. If you keep telling yourself, this is where I'm supposed to be, this is how I'm supposed to do it, the universe will say, yeah, that's where you're supposed to be, because you say so. And you'll never truly, you'll always find yourself stagnant in that energy. I hear it a lot when people are saying my business is not growing the way I would like it to. I'm stuck in this energy. I'm stuck in this rut. I'm stuck in not growing. And I always say, well, what is it that you're doing that's repeating itself? And if you're not clearing out your old energy, you're allowing it to mix with the new energy. And swamp water and raw sewage does not make Evian. So, Leos. I already did Leo, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I need to mark these off when I do them. Virgos. Virgos are next. Scratch, scratch. Wow. Page of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Cups in the upright. And Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody who's like, yeah, life sucks right now, but you know what? I'm just going to go do what I want. I'm not going to worry about the consequences of it. I have done Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and I'm on Virgo. And what this is telling me is you're just like, whatever feels good, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to worry about, the prospects of, and I see a lot of people getting caught in this. Because and I'll explain this to you because this is Tarot After Dark and I don't have to play nice. A lot of people who were on financial assistance of some sort got to stay at home, got to do what they would like to do. Love you, V. Take it easy. got to do what they'd like to do, and they didn't really have to worry about putting in the effort towards anything. They didn't invest their money, they didn't invest their time properly, and hey, boo. And so right now, what people are doing is they're like, you know what? I'm just kind of come what may and do what I'm going to do. Now, that's a fun way to live. It really is, if you can support yourself in it. Don't be so open and free and everything that you forget that your bills aren't paid. But also, for those that are in relationships, and this may apply towards a relationship, don't be so like, you know what, I'm just gonna kind of let it go and let, whatever happens happens. This is telling you that you're relying way too much on your feelings and you're not very grounded. Overall, the big bang for that one is you're not grounded. You're not taking the time to refocus yourself. All of your pentacles are in reverse. All your grounding energy is in reverse, and you're geared off of straight up Page of Cups, which is a very youthful and very juvenile way of carrying your feelings. So it's not somebody who's grounded. It's not somebody who knows what's up with themselves. It's very much somebody who's like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Reborn, new chance in life, recovery, healing. Okay, let's not get so caught up with healing that we forget that we might have had a fault in what we did or what we experienced. So don't get so caught up in your feelings or in the feelings you think you know, because people can get high off of therapy real easy. You can have toxic positivity. If you tell somebody, girl, you look great, and she is looking half a mess, it's okay to tell somebody, you ain't looking yourself. I mean, look at me right now. But it's okay to tell somebody, okay, I understand you're going through a lot, but you need to take care of yourself better. I love you so much that I'm going to be real with you. And some people don't do that. They're like, oh no, but you need to understand he's going through a hard time. Shh, don't tell him that, he needs to cut his hair and shower. No, tell him, your hair looks a mess. You smell funny. People, you're not very likable right now. So, you need to like yourself. How can you like yourself and not do the things that made you feel good? I know you would. But how can you feel good if you're not doing those things that you naturally would do to take care of yourself, that would provide that self-care? We all fall into that habit of, oh my gosh, I just don't feel like it today. Okay, I always tell everybody, if something bad happens, you get one day to fall apart, do whatever you're going to do. Okay, just don't hurt yourself or someone else. If that's stay in your bed, if that's eat 2 tubs of Ben and Jerry's, if that is I'm going to smoke a carton of cigarettes today, you get one day with me. One day to just fall apart, fall into yourself, get into your head, whatever it is you need to do. Dive into your emotional pool. You get one day from me. After that, I want a plan of how are you going to feel better? How are you going to take control of what you can control? In the event, like, well, my blankety blank passed away. I don't know how I'm going to live without them. That happens a lot. We experienced it with COVID. You still have to continue your life. And when it hurts so bad, your plan of action might be, I need to be able to call you. I need to be able to just, lean on you, at 3 a.m. That's your plan of action, is to, and when it hurts too bad, I'm going to call you, and cry on you a little bit. And we're going to work through this. And a good friend will tell you, I can do this, maybe up to a point, maybe forever, who knows? Depends on what kind of friend you have. But if that's your plan and the other party agrees to it, hey, you've made a plan to make yourself better. And sometimes we just have to do that. It sucks. It's hard. It is really hard when you go through a divorce and you go through all kinds of stuff and losing your home and living out of a car and all these things. That was me 2 years ago. I lived out of my car with my 12-year-old. And then I lived in funeral homes because I worked there, and most funeral homes have like an apartment in them or some sort. I did that because I came out of a bad divorce. And I had to figure out, do I live on my excuses or do I start living up to my reasons? And that's what I did. I I stopped telling myself that I wasn't good enough. And I stopped telling myself that I had anchors on me instead of, the ability to ascend. I had to believe in me. If you don't believe in you, nothing will happen. Nothing will change. And you have to be real. You have to be very, very, very real. You have to say, okay, I'm not going to be a millionaire overnight. Some people can do that. I wasn't the lucky one. But I knew if I kept working, even though I was homeless living out of my car, I knew if I kept working, things would get better. So my biggest thing was I got up in the morning, I took my daughter to school, I packed her lunch out of the trunk of my car, and I took her to school. And then I went straight to work in my pajamas when I was living out of my car, and I changed in the bathroom at my job. Did my hair at my desk, did my makeup at my desk. I showered in the embalming room. So did my daughter. And by permission, I had permission to do it, but that's what we did for about 2 weeks until I could afford to do better for us. I had friends that helped out that would send me a little bit of cash here and there to get hotel rooms and stuff like that because it's not very safe to live out of your car sometimes. And I had a lot of help, I had a lot of support, but I had to have a lot of faith. That was the big thing. If you believe in yourself, you will change anything that's going on in your world. You can make it better and you can definitely make it worse. But telling the universe, I'm no good, I'm this, I'm that, that's the first vibration you send out is the self vibration. You send it out to the universe and the universe goes, quit talking about yourself like that. It's going to smack you around a little bit, make you stop. You'll either keep crying or you'll get up swinging. And for the first time in my life, I didn't have the opportunity to cry over myself. I had to get up swinging. I didn't have a choice. I had two daughters that relied on me. My 14-year-old was living with my mom at the time, a state away. But I had my 12-year-old. And I knew I had to pretend and fake it and then make it for her. I could not let her know that life was that bad. And guess what? I don't have that worry now. I don't have the worry of where am I going to sleep? I don't. I stopped worrying about money. I stopped letting money make me, and I made money. I stopped saying I had issues financially. One of the things I don't let my fiance say is he's broke. I don't care if he has $2 in the bank. You're not broke. You're never broke. Never ever say you're broke. Because the universe will remind you that you're broke. Don't say you're broken because the universe will remind you you're broken. It will send you more stuff to validate what you send out. And you have to be the one to say, you have to find the strength in you. Step number one, just say it. Just say, I'm going to overcome. I'm going to do this. I'm going to, if some of you might know Jim Carrey's story a little bit. Jim Carrey wrote himself, I believe it was $1 million check when he was broke before he was making all of his movies. And he eventually cashed that check. He eventually said, because he said, one day I'm going to be able to cash this. He was on the hood of his car somewhere, wrote this check to himself, said, one day I'll be able to cash this. And he did. Because we've all seen a Jim Carrey movie. And all you have to do is put it out there. Tell the universe, I got this. And then it starts sending you, it's a little slow sometimes. It starts sending you messages saying, yeah, you do. You do got this. You can change your stars. And it sometimes hurts. It still hurts. The process is sometimes, painful. Even so it's getting better, it still hurts. So you tell the universe what's up and it reflects you. Exactly. You have to believe. Because if you don't believe, it's like, faith. If you don't believe in God, how can you expect miracles under his name? Not to get religious or anything, but you gotta believe. Whether it's in yourself or anything, exactly, you're always enough, if not more. Don't set a guideline. Always say, I'm above, because that just keeps going. Above what? Doesn't matter. I'm above. And keep going and keep going. And as long as you have the drive and as long as you can keep going, you'll make it. And I promise you that. And in that, for that one thing, of all the things I've been wrong about in the world, I've never been wrong about that. So, for our wonderful Libras, I have for you the Chariot. So, traveling. Oh, okay. So, there's a Libra out there. And the first message I got from this, like the first thought I got from this was holidays. Because I got the Six of Cups in reverse. So reminiscing, trying not to reminisce, trying to move beyond something that's hurting you. Queen of Wands in reverse. Wands are fire energy. So movement, something's not going as fast as you need it to. You could be fighting with your mom and you're worried about that over the holiday, you know, going and seeing family. But, you know, I don't know if I can. Wanting to make that move and stalling yourself. All right, I fight with 90% of my family. They don't like me, I don't like them. And I could care less, because as soon as I had them out of my life, I was doing far better. So there you go. But there's certain people in my life that I'm blood related to, I got to keep, like my mom. I fight with her constantly. And I still need her in my life because she's my mom and she's the closest thing to my roots that I'm going to get. And what I'm going to tell you from this is if it's really playing on your mind, then you need to figure out what it is about that's playing on your mind. It could be a reason that you need to reach out to them for you. You might need to make that phone call to your mom and say, I can't really go because I'm having this issue. Or that person in your life, it doesn't have to be a mom, just saying because it's Queen of Wands, but it could be your grandma. It's a strong female figure. You know, somebody who normally is that beautiful, poised, amazing person. When she's in reverse, she's a nasty bitch, and she's, you know, she can be anything but a lady sometimes. Really runs her mouth a lot, you know, things like that, real quick to snap at you. Not quite the Queen of Swords in reverse, but close enough. And this could be somebody that you're like, man, if I could just, you know, if she just wasn't like this, I could communicate better. You know, if she wasn't like this, if she wasn't like that, if she didn't do this, you know, it could also be somebody that has that female energy. It doesn't have to be, you know, genitalialized female. It can just be somebody who has that more motherly energy or womanly energy. Creation, but I am going to tell you it's probably someone's mom. Creation card. Following through on what you started, hard work all the way to completion. So if you were supposed to do something and you didn't do it and your family's pissed at you for it and that's why you're not going around them this holiday, why don't you go finish what you were supposed to do or make a plan to it? Stop making excuses. Because I can tell you right now, it's not necessarily the other party's fault why they're pissed at you if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Got it. Take a bow for yourself every so often. If you're doing good, great, pat yourself on the back. But if you're doing wrong, also pat yourself on the back. You earned every amount of people talking smack on you that's happened because you weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing in the world. And like I said, I'm not going to feed you toxic, you know, positivity of going, oh, well, they're going to be your excuse forever of, you know, if it wasn't for them, I definitely would have finished school. If it wasn't for my sister being a bitch, I would have totally been able to be more successful. No, your success is yours, not theirs. And you can't give them the credit of your failure because nobody else can own that but you. So, like I said, take a bow. If you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, that's on you. Don't get mad at other people for it. Where are we at? Scorpio? Okay. Any Scorpios out there? I can ramble on for days about these dang cards. Who's involved in a cycle? Scorpios are always involved in something they're not supposed to. Nine of Cups to the King of Pentacles. Okay. All right, at least it's not in reverse. Nine of Cups, I love this card in reverse. I hate this card because this is all emotional codependence. But it's in the upright, so that's okay. In the scale of 1 to 10 with Cups, 10 being complete emotional fulfillment, 1 being the start of something emotional, so usually new relationships. So a 9 is what? We're almost there. So somebody, I'm getting a vibe and I know who it's for. I know that she might be watching. Big change. Huge change. Getting there with the emotions. Not 100% yet, but very, very, very close. And a King of Pentacles. They finally found security in someone. Being that it's male energy. Somebody who has that not only financial security, but that emotional security. Just really, really strong grounding energy. Somebody who's been through some stuff and actually can provide you with the information that, you know, and the security of, I've been there, I understand it. Let me tell you my honest opinion. That kind of energy. So someone, I'm going to pull one more card. The World card, that can mean cycles, you know, but in the upright, it's Ace of Cups. So is it, remember I was talking about, you know, 1 being the start of something new. So someone just had something new start, you know, a new, this doesn't have to be like a new relationship. It can be a new chapter in the relationship. You want to take care of that for me? I love when someone shows up with utter nonsense. Because I can block you. That's what's awesome. And I got a whole bunch of really cool moderators that do it for me. So back to the positive word. This person started something new. It's exactly what they feel they needed. And I say they feel because these are emotions. Yes, he's been blocked. Don't worry. And if anybody else is a moderator and sees anything, please feel free. Because normally I don't interact with the chat a whole lot because I try to keep my energy here. But tonight's a little different. So this person's got really good energy. But let's pull their oracle card and see if we can get that little, in the words of Jerry Springer, that final moment of message or whatever. Secrets. Friends with bad intention, gossip, rumors, and drama. Okay. When this card comes up and you've had majority-wise a good reading, don't listen to outside influences about your relationships, about the things that you know deep down inside. Yes, people talk the shit, okay? It has happened since the dawn of time, and they will continue to do it. People will say, oh, well, are you sure he's not cheating? Are you sure she's not this? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because at any point, this person can flip-flop. This person can do this. Of course they can. We have free will. But if you're going to listen to this and you start believing it, you're going to ruin your own relationship. Trust me, I've been there. And you can ruin your relationship because what you do is you start swallowing their negative, and it starts metabolizing through your body and into your emotional field, and you start sending it out so your partner thinks something's wrong. And how we do that is word vomit by telling people like, oh, you're cheating on me because you didn't answer my phone call after 2 rings. Because Gloria told me you were cheating. That's because she saw you with who's or what's a name. And that type of mentality, when you start you start eating those nasty toxic vibrations, you're going to expel them out. And then what happens? You end up having a bad relationship because you've allowed those things in. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. That is a no, no, no. And at the end of the day, nobody sleeps in your bed. At the end of the day, nobody's inside of your mind and nobody's inside of your heart unless you allow them there. And if you keep listening to dumb people say dumb shit, okay? We all know that. If you're going to believe what dumb people say who don't know, you're going to end up in really bad situations emotionally. All right? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Sagittarius. Any Saggies in the world? Yeah, hurt people hurt people. And it can be your best friend, and your best friend had a really bad breakup. And so they're negative about everything. Okay? Their relationship sucks. They're going to be quick to pinpoint out dumb shit in yours. Okay? Just because my boyfriend walks backwards on Sunday, that does not mean the reason your boyfriend does it is for the same thing. You know? But, you know, that's just an example. But, you know, just because some people can trust their spouse to go to strip clubs, okay? And know nothing's going to happen. Some people cannot trust their spouses to go to strip clubs. They can't trust their spouse to go to McDonald's without something bad happening. But that don't mean everybody's like that. Saggy. Six of Wands, Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Devil card. You could be Sagittarius, you could be dealing with a Capricorn because that's the Capricorn card. The Devil card is not always a bad thing. It doesn't mean Satan necessarily. Yeah, PLE, don't go to McDonald's and get coffee and start doing stupid shit. But the Devil card can mean a lot of different things. So we just threw him on the floor. We're back. It can mean a lot of different things, but usually what it means is a dependent. In the tradition, it's even in this one actually. See how the people are chained? That's the big signifier in the Devil card is devil energy is controlling energy. Why is that the Capricorn's card? Because most of the time Capricorns are all about control. They like to be able to control things. So, Six of Wands, Ten of Cups in reverse. Someone's going through a real bad time. You know, they're putting up that front of I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Emotionally, they are completely withdrawn. You know, there's not Three of Swords energy in here, but there's just no life in you. You know, you feel like every ounce of joy you had is gone. This could very well be a breakup as well. It doesn't have to be. It's a separation of something you were emotionally very, very attached to. And you're having to realize, is the reason I feel like shit because I was just addicted to them or addicted to that or addicted to what, you know, and right now you're kind of going through the motions. You're trying to, you know, just faking it till you make it. I wouldn't trust anybody with your cup holder, PLE, because bad stuff has happened with it. Okay, so yours is run. Whatever this, run. Okay? Bad planning, need reevaluation, running away from bad decisions. Okay, you know what? Whatever's going on, get the hell away from it. Let's keep that short, simple, and sweet. Whatever you're wrapped up in, no. It's not good for you. It won't be good for you. The cards say no, and I say no. And if you keep playing around with that, you're going to end up with a bad time. Okay? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, stick it inside of crazy, and you'll give birth to crazy. All right? Capricorn. Any Capricorns here? Alrighty. Eight of Pentacles, so definitely Capricorn, Earth energy. Two of Swords in reverse to the Five of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, so you're working hard. You have a decision that you need to make. You haven't made it yet. Something that you involving, you know, if you don't do it now, it's Five of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Pentacles is that some people will tell you that it's that being left out in the cold energy. What it means is the traditional meaning of this card is very much you're in it together, in a group, partnership, or whatever, through thick and thin, through the cold, through everything. In reverse, it means someone's kind of backtracking on that. So I'm getting this might have to do with a work setting, a work environment. I'm not getting any emotions or anything, but you have a decision you need to make. You haven't made it yet, regarding what you're willing to put into something. Okay, is the juice worth the squeeze? And you haven't made that decision. You're kind of holding back. You want to see if this other person is going to hold up and make it, put their effort in. You're gonna be disappointed if you go and decide that you're going to test somebody. I promise you 9 times out of 10 they will fail, because that's just what people do. We don't live up to other people's arbitrary ways of doing things. So obsession is your oracle card to kind of complete this reading. Thirsting for someone less, taking more than giving. So yeah, you're kind of willing. This could be you're willing to put in more effort than another person's willing to put in. Okay. And if that's your story, no, 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 for never, ever, for never, ever. If somebody isn't willing to put in at least what you're willing to put in, you're going to nurture an uneven relationship. You're going to nurture something or lay the pathway for someone to treat you like shit. Okay? If you start off with people treating you like shit and you decide that's okay and you've built your boundaries around that because you've opened the door for that, that's going to continue to happen. And you won't be happy. You won't be satisfied. You don't like that shit to begin with, so I don't know why you're putting up with it. A person's genitals are never that great. Okay? So don't let sex be a signifier for why you're putting up with someone's bad attitude or their inability to hold up their end of a deal. Don't let someone's sob story be the reason why you stay in something. Just don't do it. You are your own person. Have boundaries and have some respect for yourself. All right? No. Okay? Listen to Llarona. No. Okay? Aquarius. Any Aquarians in here? I'm an Aquarian moon, so sometimes these apply to me. Alrighty. Let's see. Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Star card to the King of Swords. Alrighty. Alrighty. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So did a job opportunity not fare out for somebody? Or some opportunity for stability didn't work right? You were wishing for it. You were hoping for it. But King of Swords. You can do whatever you want, PLE, as long as you wear your mask. Okay? King of Swords. I love the King and Queen of Swords as the couple, like my tried and true trophy couple of the tarot, because they are very sharpened and sharp-mouthed and sharp-footed when they're in their upright. In reverse, this guy's a big old asshole. Because this is air energy, so it's a lot of what people think, and sometimes they don't. The Swords energy doesn't always translate correctly. Verbiage-wise, these can be considered abrasive people. But, and this doesn't have to be male. This can be your masculine side. I have a very strong masculine side. I'm one of those that, will smack you in the mouth and ask questions later. That's just always been me because I don't put up with crap. And that's him. But see, he's been through battles. He knows what it's like. That's why he offers good advice. Maybe it's not always the advice you want, but it's the advice you need. Okay? So what didn't work out one way, you learned an amazing lesson from. And you just got to be open to that universal language of what you need versus what you want. Okay? So it may not have been what you wanted, but it was definitely what you needed. So what I get from this is, thank God for unanswered prayers. Okay? The blessing came, just not in the clothing you thought it would. So let's get you an oracle card to kind of sum it all up. See what the universe wants to give you. You got 2. Drama and save yourself. Drama, fighting, arguments, family and relationship problems, and save yourself. Survival, defending yourself, facing fears. Drama is Night of the Living Dead, and save yourself is Jamie Lee Curtis or Laurie Strode. I think those are cute. But okay, so the lesson you might have learned is you got you maybe you got something better out of it than you thought. You might have got something better than you thought. You might have. Sometimes you just gotta walk away from bullshit. Maybe you gotta walk away from somebody who has a mouth that is just too abrasive for you. Maybe it's just not the fit for you. Maybe you need to listen to this person and stop arguing what is the message that's truly trying to come through. This veil is going to be the death of me tonight. And so is this hair. You need to stop arguing that information that's coming through. Yeah, you wanted it one way and you got something better. Quit arguing with the universe, because the universe is going to smack you in the mouth, tell you to behave. And you're not going to like that. So don't do that. But also stay away from people that just want drama. Walk away from it. That's a big message. You know, if somebody's being dramatic, if something's being horrible in your relationship, doesn't have to be romantic. Can be a friend, it could be a YouTube colleague. Imagine that. If they're being dramatic, walk away from them. Because people like that burn themselves out. Their channels fade away. You can click that X. There's a beautiful X right up there on anything, on your phone, on your computer, on anything. And if somebody's being this, you can click that X and get this. Okay? Try that once in a while. It helps. It works. All right, that's what I do all the time. If I don't like something, I click the X, and then if I'm really frisky that night, I click the block button. Okay, Pisces, and then we're done with this escapade. And then I can take my makeup off. Any Pisces in here? I love Pisces because you guys are like the end of the zodiac, so you get a little bit of all the signs and a little bit of all of our misery and our strengths. Y'all, that's why you're so emotional, huh? You got everything in you. Some people don't like Pisces. I just think they're funny. They react over everything. Click. Nine of Wands. Eight of Swords. And what do we got here? The Magician in... Ooh, why is this Magician in reverse popping up so much? I don't like that. I don't like the Magician in reverse. He's being a shady fucker when he comes up in reverse. So, Nine of Wands, Eight of Swords. Quit imprisoning yourself and making efforts towards people that will not make it for you. Stop being someone's go-to that you cannot go to in return, okay? Stop letting people come in and control you. Stop letting people come in and provide you with a negative space, a negative mindset, a negative anything. Don't let people come into your home and start drama and make you feel like crap in your own space. Stop doing it. Like, what are you trying to gain out of that? If you know it's crap and it smells like crap, then it is crap. And if you're going to let crap tell you how to live your life, how to respond to a situation, you're going to have shitty outcomes. And that's what I see from a lot of people. Consider your sources. If this is a person that has had nothing to do with a damn thing in the world and yet knows everything in the world, that's like taking advice from my 15-year-old. She's really good with the Photoshop programs and stuff. I take a lot of advice from her there. But I'm not going to take her advice on how to pay my mortgage. Okay, because she don't know anything about that. Or how to finance a house. Why would I go to my 15-year-old for that who doesn't know anything about that? Why would I go to a 12-year-old and ask them about filing my taxes? They're not going to know. Some might. They can look it up, things like that. But yeah, consider your sources. Don't rely on people that don't know what they're talking about. So you got two oracle cards. I don't know why. So the last few readings we've been pulling out doubles. So it's the Candyman. It says you called, getting exactly what you asked for, accepting your decision, dealing with the repercussions. and breaking tradition. Leaving status quo behind, making new rules for your life, not letting old beliefs and habits control you any longer. And that's a big one with the magician in reverse. That's someone putting crap into your space that is telling you, you know, you're never going to amount to something. You're never blah, blah, blah. No, because they don't know that. If someone is telling you a bunch of crap about you and they're not being paid $1 million to prove that they're psychic, they don't know what's going to become of you in the future. They can say, oh, you're going to be like this person, you're just like this, you're just, why are you listening to that? If I listened to that, I would have never gotten through mortuary school. I would have never had half the jobs I had, because if I would have listened to dumb people or people that can only speak negative, yeah, that's how you end up living a negative mindset and a negative lifestyle, because you invite that information in. And I'm rubbing my nose because of, like, number one, I have a septum ring that's tucked up and my nose is kind of running. It's not because of, but yeah, so that's definitely something you guys need to consider. And there's a lot of these readings are kind of intermingling with one another. Kind of all have the same premise. Maybe everybody's kind of going through the same shit. Maybe. But stop letting bad stuff get to you. Stop letting bad people get to you. And especially with the holidays coming up, I used to hate Thanksgiving. I still kind of do. The reason for that wasn't that the time when all of your siblings and family got together and, like, you know, sat there with their, like, pretentious and persnickety ways and compared how awesome their life is to the family fuck up? Remember that? Well, I was the family fuck up for a long time. In many ways, I still am if you ask the right person, or the wrong person, rather. And I used to sit there and be like, yeah, how you like them potatoes? I spit in yours. But I used to have to sit there and listen to my siblings who own their own businesses and did this and did that, and they're so great. And I just bought another property. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, well, I'm a single mom at 23. It sucks. I was the family fuck up. But my flex came from the fact that I didn't need a spouse in order to finish my degrees. I didn't need a person supporting me emotionally, physically, mentally, or anything for me to get the amazing grades I got. I didn't need it. I did it on my own because I wanted it. And yeah, I applaud them for having what they had, but you're never better than somebody because you have more. If anything, you get lazy because things are easier for you. So if you're going through something and it's requiring you to have a lot more muscle, you're going to gain more. You're going to have that flex. What you do with that flex at the end determines who you are as a person. If you're going to brag and be an ass, then you're going to be that ass at the Thanksgiving table. But if you're going to be one of those people that's like, hey, yeah, I remember when, life wasn't that great. And I remember when I was eating ramen. Some people eat it because it's just tasty, so don't worry about that. But I remember when life wasn't that great. And let me tell you what worked for me. Instead of pointing the finger, lending the hand. You know, we don't do that enough. We tend to want to sucker punch people because it's easier to pull somebody down than raise yourself up. It's not okay. And in those situations, I invite you to pick up your plate and go sit in the other room and enjoy something cool on TV. You don't have to sit at the table with people that don't want to share space with you or that you don't want to share space with. You're more than welcome to put up your boundaries. You're more than welcome to say, I don't eat dinner with my regular family because I have my chosen family, the people that I put together, and I invite them all over to my house and have a really awesome Thanksgiving. I don't eat with my family. That was me for a long time. It actually still kind of is. One of my biggest dreams is to just go get a cabin in the woods somewhere, invite all my friends and have them fly out and spend the holidays there in our safe space where outside bullshit can't get to us. And that's happiness to me. Like, I still want to do the unplugged week, where I tell everybody, let's go camp out, no phones, just us, and recharge. And that's what I wanted. That's what I still want, actually. So it's a matter of everybody getting the time off together. But that is everybody. You, PLE, did you have one too many Snicker bars on the way home tonight? He was drinking Fireball. The little candies. He put them in water. He was drinking them. I know, right? Sounds like a really awesome idea, doesn't it? Because you know what? That instant gratification from having your phone too often messes with your head. You know, if you take the break, and I'm not talking about, oh, I'm just going to take a social media break. No, no, no. This is more than that. Take your phone and throw it away for a week. And then go hang out with people where you're like, no, today we're painting. Today we're just gonna read. Today we're just gonna sit here and talk. Just get everything out. Talk shit, whatever the hell you want to do. And sometimes, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this right now. It's okay to talk shit. Okay? Sometimes we call it venting, but and I get excited to watch. It's okay to talk shit. Now, if you're gonna talk shit just to belittle somebody, fuck you. But if you're gonna talk shit to go, you know what? You hurt my feelings, or you got a bad attitude and you're talking shit and you're going to do something with it, then do it. But if you're going to sit there and be like, well, I'm going to throw shade and just talk shit on blah, blah, blah because I feel like it, because I can't do anything better with my life, to those I say, fuck you. But everybody else, there's sometimes you need to get it out. Get the negative out. That's what I mean by talking shit. Get it out. Throw it out. And then refill yourself with positive. Refill yourself with the things that feel good. No alcohol, not drugs, no overeating, no sitting there, pulling bullshit and putting negative substance into yourself. No, no, no. A good positive outlet. I'm going to get it out, then go hug somebody. Allow that positive into you. Everything is vibrational. Love is the strongest vibration you can feel. And to show a loving gesture is amazing. That's why we say right now, I could really just use a hug because you're so overwhelmed. And sometimes you just need someone's positive, caring vibration to break that down. And that's why we reach for those things. That's why we crave those things. We crave that intimacy. And I don't always mean sex. I'm talking about just that being raw and real with somebody. And when you can have that and it be platonic and it doesn't always have to be sex or anything like that, when you can have that, you have a really good, strong core group of people that can raise your vibration when it plummets because the rest of the world's nasty. And we've all encountered, and I've encountered it a lot more in the last year since I've been a part of YouTube, where people want to break each other down. And then they want to hide it under the notion that they're being supportive. Just because someone shows up to your channel doesn't mean they're supportive. I think we all know that. Or just because someone answers your text message doesn't mean they're supportive. Just because someone says hi to you and says we're friends does not mean they're supportive. A listening ear is also a, bullshit mouth, okay? And one of the things you need to remember is the people that make the effort. When it is 3 a.m. and your world is falling apart and that other person makes a text message to you and you answer it or they answer it for you, those are amazing things to have. That's a friend that, and I value my sleep, okay? I love sleep. Sleep's my friend. I don't get enough of it, but we're friends. And if you message me at 3 a.m. and you're like, I need somebody, can I answer the phone for you? And just like me and Fluff went to Vegas and it was his birthday trip. And we had people that were like, I need someone to talk to. And we're in a casino or we're getting ready for bed. And he'd be like, oh, my phone's ringing. And I'm like, who is it? And like, it's blah, blah, blah. I was like, answer the phone. And he's like, no, I'm tired. And I was like, answer the phone because those are our family. And sometimes your family member just needs to hear your voice. Sometimes your family member just needs you for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, whatever it is, so they can get through their night, okay? When we have a strong core, when you have that strong core in your life, and remember, some people never have this, but if you have it in one person, 2 people, 5 people, it is amazing. It is amazing to know that when the sun comes up the next day, that somebody's gonna love your ass. And when the night falls, they still gonna love your ass. And the next day they gonna love your ass. And you never have to question it. You never have to question, am I enough? Am I, in the right place? It's just, And some people find that in romantic relationships. Some people don't. Some people find that, some people call it soulmates. Call it whatever you want. But if you have a great group of people or a great person and you can be you, raw, unapologetically you, nose picking, perverted you, whatever the case may be that, and that other person accepts you. I don't care if you're fat, thin, cross-eyed, buck-toothed. There's somebody out there that wants nothing more than a woman that can bite an apple through a picket fence, okay? Somebody gonna love you, Bucky. Don't worry. And, if you sideways find someone who cross-eyed and you guys you're gonna do great together, okay? But remember, there is always someone out there that is going to love you. And the thing is, you gotta love you first. And you gotta like you. Sometimes you can love yourself, but you don't like yourself. And you gotta do that. You gotta do both. And I did say Bucky. But this is going to bring us to a closure. Because as you can see, Llorona getting frightful here. She's looking bad. Oh my. It's getting bad. It's starting to itch. But I love each and every one of you. I wish you all a blessed Samhain, a happy Halloween, an amazing fall harvest. I wish you all blessings and support and light. And I hope you all have the respect in your days that you deserve that you may not always get. But if you don't, slip into my DMs. All right, I love you all. Take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one.